one of the very simple and effective relaxation techniques that we have in yoga is called Spanda Nishpanda KRIYA. Spanda implies tension, contraction, effort, and Nishpanda implies relaxation, the letting go. You could say Spanda is the activation part, whereas Nishpanda is the relaxatory deactivation part. Life itself is full of ups and downs. The whole universe is basically bipolar in nature, and I often think most of us humans manifest a lot of that bipolarity, often within normal limits, until we go beyond the limits and then need medical assistance. Balancing the opposites is one of the most important concepts of yoga. In fact, Maharishi Patanjali tells us that through asana, we can overcome the pulls that these opposites are constantly placing upon us. The dvandvas, the two-twos, the likes and the dislikes, the highs and the lows, the good days and the bad days, the days where you get up in the morning and feel happy and the days you get up in the morning and you don't feel happy. Well, all of this is part and parcel of life. This technique, Spanda Nishpanda KRIYA, is done from Shavasana, and lying down in Shavasana, we perform a specific contraction of each part of the body from toes right up to the head in a sequence. We start to contract from the toes, contracting the toes, the whole feet. We start to contract from the toes, the feet, the ankles, the lower leg, the knees, the thighs, the gluteal muscles, the abdominal, lower, upper abdominal regions, the lower, middle and upper chest, the whole of the back and neck, and we clench the fists, bringing that tension, utmost tension, maximum tension into the fist, the whole forearm, the upper arm, coming into the neck, and then bring it into the face and the jaw and just tense ourselves as much as possible. And at the peak of the tension, we just let go and relax. We then repeat it after relaxing for 10 to 20 seconds. And this is repeated at least 3 times for the sake of relaxation. The Spanda Nishpanda KRIYA can be done in Shavasana, which is the best place to do it. It can also be done in a sitting position, in a chair. You could do it at any point in your life, wherever you are, whenever you need a sense of immediate, instant relaxation. Just as you have instant coffee and instant noodles, yoga offers us this instant relaxation technique whenever we are stressed out. This alternation of maximum tension, contracting as much as possible and letting go, produces a very deep sense of relaxation. Because the relaxation is always better when effort precedes the relaxation. On days where you are doing nothing and just sitting around being a couch potato, if you try to sleep, you cannot sleep. But on days where you have worked hard, especially manual work, where you have exercised, you have gone for a long walk, a trek, you are going to sleep well. Because the effort preceding the relaxation deepens the relaxation. And in fact, one of our recent studies from Saiter in Mahatma Gandhi Medical College under the Sri Vidya. In fact, one of our recent studies done at Saiter in the Mahatma Gandhi Medical College under Sri Balayogi Vidyapeeth University has looked at the performance of different asanas and how we recover, our heart recovers, the blood pressure and the heart rate recovers after the asana. And we find that just lying down in Shavasana, supine relaxation, you may get a bit of relaxation. But the relaxation you get after the effort, doing different asanas, When you do the asana and then relax in Shavasana, we find the heart rate, systolic pressure, diastolic pressure, all these cardiovascular parameters show a greater degree of relaxation. And this is why the concept of Spanda Nishpanda implies effort preceding relaxation, because without effort, there cannot be relaxation. You have not earned it. The universe wants you to earn your relaxation. And that is where the effort we make as a human being, Purushartha, is so important. In fact, even the teachings of Maharishi Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras, the Yoga Darshan, tell us that Abhyasa and Vairagya are required to still the mind, the whirlpools of the subconscious, unconscious mind. You need Abhyasa, which is the effort. It is the part where you do something. But then you need Vairagya, which is that letting go. Abhyasa is that part where you say, I am going to do push, 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 push against all obstacles. But there comes a point where you have pushed so much that you have to let go. Just as the plane takes off, just as a glider takes off from the top of the mountain, they run down the hill. And as they run, they let go. The effort of running and letting go. Abhyasa, Vairagya. Both are essential. And the same message is given by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita when he tells us that this Abhyasa and Vairagya is the means to control the mind that is so turbulent like the wind. And of course, Krishna's message in the Bhagavad Gita can be summed up in one phrase: do your best and leave the rest. The do your best part is the Spanda part. The leave the rest part is the Nishpanda part. When we combine Spanda Nishpanda, even your heart contracts and relaxes. The Spanda Nishpanda that is going on in your heart is keeping you healthy, keeping you alive, giving you a life, enabling you to live as a human being. And once we understand the play of Abhyasa Vairagya in our sadhana, in our effort, once we understand the importance of effort, relaxation, coupling in our life, we start to attain a state of balance. That samabhava, that state of asana that Patanjali talks about, where the dvandvas, the opposites, no longer affect us. It is something like being on a seesaw and you have the relaxation and tension and we have to balance them. And to bring about the balance, the Spanda Nishpanda KRIYA really helps us. And to end this talk, this is just a simple cartoon that gives us the idea that the effort on one of those slides that the kids like to play on, and well, we adults who are still children at heart, well, we also like to go on them if they can take our weight. The effort is the going up the ladder, going up the stairs, but then you just let go and you go down the slide. The Spanda, the Nishpanda, producing health, happiness, balance, harmony at all levels of our existence. And to remind you, for the Spanda Nishpanda KRIYA, lying down in Shavasana or taking up a relaxed sitting position in your chair, we start to tense up from the toes. Tensing the toes, the feet, the ankles, the lower leg, the knees, the thighs, the gluteal area, the abdominal area, the chest, the whole back, clenching the fists together, the forearm, the arm, the biceps, the shoulder, the neck, and then let this face get as tense as possible. You should be having such a tension that you should be shaking with the tension. And if you're in Shavasana, you're virtually lifting off the floor with the tension. And at the peak of the tension, you just let go. This is a very valuable technique for stress disorders, psychosomatic disorders, and this is a wonderful antidote to stress. Stress that precipitates, aggravates, and causes, as well as worsens, all the stress disorders, the psychosomatic disorders that are a pandemic in today's world. Hypertension, diabetes, insomnia, all of these conditions, they can definitely benefit when we perform Spanda Nishpanda KRIYA, the relaxation technique in yoga of effort and relaxation, activation and deactivation, ultimately producing balance. And that balance at the inner level is homeostatic balance, where all our systems start to function as they should, enabling us to be the best we that we can be in this lifetime.